Okay, so here we have in the database, we have established a relationship between a quiz and its question and its questions, right? So let's see how we can retrieve this from the client. So back on the client, let's go back to the client. Right now, we're just displaying the quiz title, right? And if we look at the this query, I think it's right here. If we look at the network, oops, I didn't mean to do that. We notice that the last query down here, let's see, put it at the bottom. Okay, is the entire quiz object that is coming back from the server, right? And here's the object that has the title. There it is, quiz number 7, React Native. And notice that it has the questions field is there. Okay. Now the question fields. Notice that it's an entire object embedded in there. Right. Notice that this is not what we stored in the database. Right. What we stored in the database, it was only the ID was stored in the database. Right. It was an array of IDs. Okay. So let me demonstrate to you. Right. If we go back to the server, and when we are retrieving the quiz, right, and we go to the model, and notice here that in find quiz by ID we have a populate. See that? A populate questions. If I comment that out and I restart, okay. Here, when we are retrieving the quiz, let's see what comes back from the server. When we click on that, notice that what comes back is just the array of IDs. See that? Okay? Because that's exactly what we have stored in the database. We just have the questions, we just have the IDs. That's all it's in the database. Right? That's all what that makes it to the client. But by adding the populate, we're saying replace all those IDs with the constituent objects, right? And that entails additional queries back to the database, right? But we're not handling that. We're delegating that to Mongoose. So Mongoose, you do that for me, right? Go on and populate that. So restart the server. Here we can refresh and look at that query again, and see that the questions actually contains the entire object of the question, including the points, the description, the title, and everything. So we have everything we need to actually render here the questions for the quiz. All right. So let's do that. Let's render the questions as a list.